Hello and welcome to the Cookbook Divas podcast. I'm your host, Carrie, and I took a couple-year break from hosting, and we are back. I'm going to attempt to do a weekly podcast, and we also copy these over to our YouTube channel so you can see it there too, just in case you prefer. So today I'm going to be talking about the new cookbooks that came out today, July 9, new release Tuesday, 2024. I don't have my hands on any of these cookbooks yet, so I'm just going to talk about what they are, and you can check out my Amazon affiliate links in the show notes below the episode. Let's get started. The first cookbook I wanted to mention is Cooking Greens on Fire. It's by Eva Helbig Tram and Nikolai Tram. The publisher is Gestalten. Cooking Greens on Fire, vegetarian recipes for the Dutch oven and grill. I'm very excited for this because I'm a vegetarian and I don't always know what to do with my Dutch oven. And I am sort of a prepper. Prepper's kind of a dirty word sometimes. I like to be prepared. So I'm not a food hoarder, but I do have lots of foods in the house. And in Seattle, we occasionally will have a windstorm or ice storm that will knock the power out for many days. And I've actually had to cook food in the backyard over the barbecue grill or a fire pit. So I'm looking forward to grabbing this cookbook and practicing, because in the past when I've cooked food over a campfire, it's been easy vegetarian hot dogs for me, meat hot dogs for the other people, pancakes, we did some bacon, I did some corn on the cob, potatoes. I really want to up my game, and I've never cooked in my Dutch oven over an open fire, and I'm looking forward to doing that. So this cookbook has 60 recipes for vegetarian campfire dishes. It's Cooking Greens on Fire, and it comes out today, July 9. The next book I want to talk about, I'm so excited for it, Cucina del Veneto. It's by Ursula Ferrigno, who also wrote Cucina Siciliana and several Italian cookbooks. The publisher is Ryland Peterson Small. This is delicious recipes from Venice and Northeast Italy. And over on Amazon, they let us take a peek inside. So I want to check out the table of contents. I really enjoyed her other cookbooks so much. And I hear a rumor that the publisher is sending me a copy that probably arrives tomorrow. So you look for that on our Cookbook Divas Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts, and I'll do a quick flip through. And you'll be able to see me looking through it fully on our YouTube channel and our Amazon live streams. So inside Cucina del Veneto, the chapters are small bites, and then soup and risotto. I love making soup. Then pasta, polenta, and gnocchi. Then fish, meat, and poultry. There's a vegetables chapter, and at the end, desserts. Now, I'm not someone who likes tiramisu, but I do like most all other Italian-style desserts, especially the mini donuts. Yay! So that's Cucina del Veneto, delicious recipes from Venice and Northeast Italy by Ursula Ferrigno. Let's move on to the next book. It's The Good Chicken Cookbook by Marcus Bean. The publisher is Nourish. And this one is really involved with sustainability. So there's over 100 recipes for chicken that's made in a sustainable way to reduce our impact on the planet. And can I see inside this one? Introduction. I'm looking for a table of contents. Chicken Kiev recipe. Intensive farming, organic farming, raising chickens at home, buying chicken, cuts of chicken. You're going to learn a lot about chicken in this cookbook. Okay. I can't see a table of contents, but I see lots of info on preparing chicken. So that's The Good Chicken Cookbook, over 100 delicious and sustainable recipes by Marcus Bean. Let's move on to the next cookbook. It's coming out today, July 9. It is Jaya Flava. It's a celebration of food, flavor, and recipes from Sri Lanka by Tasha Marikar. The publisher is Harper Design. It's recipes, history, and traditions from the many cultures that make up Sri Lankan cuisine. And I was looking through this yesterday, and I had no idea previously how many cultures came together in Sri Lanka. Let's see if I can get a little peek inside. She's talking about her food credentials. Okay, multicultural Sri Lanka. Multiple ethnicities have shaped its heritage. There's Sinhalese. There's Ceylon Tamils. There's Indian Tamils. Ceylon Moors. Burghers, not spelled like the hamburger. Colombo Chettis. Malays. Vedas. And wow, so there's many cultures coming together. This cookbook is Jaya Flava, a celebration of food, flavor, and recipes from Sri Lanka, and the author is Tasha Marikar. That one's going to be super interesting. The next book I wanted to chat about is Plentifully Simple by Kiki Nelson. It is a cookbook intended for people that are trying to lose weight, prevent diabetes and stroke, and if you eat healthier, you sleep better. So the author Kiki Nelson is bringing us 100 recipes to help us do that, and the publisher is Simon & Schuster. The next cookbook on the list that's coming out today is Tapas. It's by Ryland, Peters & Small, one of my favorite cookbook publishers. It's delicious little plates to share from Spain. The chapters include cheese and eggs, meat and poultry, fish and seafood, and vegetables. And I love, love, love going to tapas restaurants. I'm definitely going to pick up this cookbook, and I'm going to practice making the tapas, and I'll experiment on my boyfriend. But I would love to do a tapas dinner party someday, but I suspect it's a lot of work to do by myself, and my boyfriend doesn't cook, but he helps me get ready for parties. He's really good at that. I think it would be a lot of work to have a whole shared, so maybe I'll just practice on us. That's Tapas, delicious little plates to share from Spain, from Ryland, Peters & Small. The next cookbook is called Tempted to Taste It. 50 plus flexible recipes for vegan and non-vegan home cooks. And this is because it's from two sisters, Sierra Johnson Terry and Issa Hughes. One is a vegan and one isn't. And they are Southern, and they're going to probably use a lot of butter in their recipes. I'm hoping, because I love butter. And I love that it's flexible recipes. You can either put the meat in or not. And that's kind of how I cook at home. Since I'm vegetarian and my boyfriend isn't, I'll kind of make the same dish two ways. So that's Tempted to Taste It by Sierra Johnson Terry and Issa Hughes. The next book is Tom Carriage Cooks. And I don't have a picture. Yes, there it is. Tom Carriage Cooks Britain. Sorry, I'm fiddling around trying to get this to show on the screen for those of you that are watching over on YouTube. The publisher is Bloomsbury, and it's British food recipes from a Michelin-starred chef and TV host. It's a journey through the best of British food, and he's cooking seasonally and using excellent produce to have the best possible experience. So that's Tom Carriage Cooks Britain. The last book I have that's not a cocktail book that I wanted to chat about is Introducing Figure Making, a Guide to Creating Sugar People by Zoe Hopkinson. And I have her Instagram listed in the show notes. Definitely go check out her feed. The sugar people she makes are adorable. And I love books like this. And in the past, I have made marzipan figures. And I'm not very good at making them. They turn out looking like a 3-year-old made them. But they're still cute. They're just they're not very intricate or delicate. They're kind of pudgy. So I'm curious about making figures out of sugar, and I may never try it, but I want to flip through this book anyway. It's Zoe's Fancy Cakes, Introducing Figure Making, a Guide to Creating Sugar People. It's a helpful guide, great for cake decorators or even content creators. And then finally, over on the drinks shelf, we have Tiki Cocktails. It's very retro. The illustrations are 1950s vintage style. And there's 180 dreamy drinks and luau-inspired libations. The author is Shelley Slipsmith, and I couldn't find any info on them over on the internet, so I suspect it's a pseudonym. The publisher is Smith Street Books, another one of our favorite publishers. I was thinking this could be a good giftable cocktail book. For example, a hostess gift if you're going to a summer party or staying over at someone's beach house. This is tiki cocktails, dreamy drinks, and luau-inspired libations. So that is it for the new cookbooks today. Thanks so much for listening to the Cookbook Divas podcast. It's good to be back. I'm going to attempt to publish once weekly. We'll see how that goes when it comes into the busy cookbook season. I'll see you in the next episode, and be sure to leave us a rating and review so other cookbook lovers can find us.